You're on the air. You're on the air. You're on the air. You, my friend, is on the air. Chef of the future. Oh, that's a classic Honeymooners bit. Chef of the future. Google it.
Button. Watch later. Out of link. The mirror. Mike Bennett. DNA entrance video with Murray intro links.
Can a car be crafted?
Can a car be crafted?
Video games can be
Designed
skipped.
with attention
Alert.
and care to give a feeling that stays with you.
The feeling of the driver's seat up your butthole so far you poop out
All
carpet.
new 3-row.
Oh, yeah, I'll munch on carpet.
9.
Oh, testify! Dead.
Want to remove ads? Dialogue.
Awesome sauce! And today we are going to testify! Testify? We're gonna make believers! Sorry, Ash. Guess we're not making a believer out of the dog. Come here, buddy. I'm sorry. Alright, Ash the awesome sauce dog is not a believer. Testify? Testify! Awesome sauce! Can we get an amen? This is Mickey Mouse. And you're listening to the Awesome Sauce Comics podcast. Where they probably talk about BJs and HJs and all sorts of other crazy crap. Some comics, some boobies. Oh, boo! I love that part. It's crazy. Oh, boo!
Main landmark list with 2 items.
Just 1 second. I have to text the man. Oh, fuck. I can't do it now. Darn it. But you know what's... Hello, folks. This is Blind Adam with the Awesome Sauce Comics podcast. And today is August 19th, 2016. We're back on the scene. Hopefully, after we record this, hopefully I make it up to Mohegan Sun for Terrificon, which is happening right now as we speak, August 19th, 20th, and 21st, with a phenomenal, amazing, awesome guest list, which you can check out at www.terrificon.com. I'm having some transportation issues. I need to hire me a driver to help out with stuff like this. But, when you're taking mass transit, Greyhound, the Beaver, I'll take a girl's Beaver, to Orgasm City! Orgasm City! Orgasm City! I'm the mayor, the governor, and the sheriff of awesome. Oh. Black. That wasn't cool. I'm the mayor, the governor, and the sheriff of Orgasm City. How about her? I may need to like play another song so I can get some water real quick. But if you want to meet Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes, Ming Chen, Brian Johnson, Mike Zapek, Robert Bruce, Jack Bruce Banner. Basically what I'll do is I'll play the first part of my interview with the granddaughter of the legendary co-founder of Detective Comics, which would become National Periodicals, which would become DC Comics. Sheldon Mayor, she is awesome, she's amazing, she's a phenomenal artist, great wealth of history, great friend to me, both on and off the air. I had such a blast with her yesterday. It was just awesome sauce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play part 1 of the interview, because we did this in chunks as we walked around the greatest city in the city, New York City. Well, there's two cities that are the greatest cities in the world. One is New York City, and the other is Generosity. But before I get into preacher mode, and I'm not talking Jesse Custard, I'm going to have to go get some aqua, because that's what I need to do.
Hello, folks. This is Klein out of the Comic Camp. This is the Awesome Sauce Comics Podcast. And I'm here at the Statler Grill on 33rd Street and 7th Avenue in the lobby of the Hotel Pennsylvania, recording live with Chellie Mayor. Hey, Chellie.
Hi.
How are you?
Well, I'm pretty good, actually.
That is good.
Brooklyn girl in midtown drinking beer. It's not the worst thing in the world.
No, it is not. And I am being a bush drinking good. But that's just how I roll. Let's start off.
Who the hell I am, you mean?
Let's start out. You're an artist, correct?
I am.
How long have you been an artist?
Since I popped out, really. I was drawing before I could compile complete sentences. And I used to, much to my grandfather's dismay, turn all of his inks into purple. Because in my mind, everything had to be purple. I couldn't talk yet. All I could say was perp. But I knew how to mix everything into purple.
Alright, now can you tell the Awesome Sauce family who your grandfather is?
My grandfather is the most amazing Sheldon Mayor, founder of legend and my hero. The dude that got Superman published, friend of Irwin Hazen. I have to mention Irwin because I
know it. God rest his soul. He's a good friend of me, and to one of my sponsors of the podcast. So, one of my favorite memories of Erlen, we took him to a convention out in Great Adventure, South Jersey, and Erlen had the time of his life. And then when we drove home, he's like, "You gotta drop me off at my apartment. I'm going to the bar."
Yep, for McClellan's 12-year-old Scotch.
Yeah, he was a character.
He was still drinking that at 95, though we used to dilute it down a little bit so he could drink as many as he wanted.
That's awesome. So, what was it like growing up the granddaughter of Sheldon?
Well, I lived with him until I was 5 and moved back when I was 17. And it was pretty cool, though. I had no idea how much he accomplished until he passed. He wasn't one that liked to boast or brag or do any of that. So he was living up in Copic by the time I moved back at 17. And he still had a studio up there in the country across from the house. And he would have storyboards strung across the studio from a clothesline with clothespins of sugar and spike panels. And it just seemed every old guy did in the country. Nobody in town. Copic, New York is a pretty small. It's much more inhabited now than it was back then. But it was a little hick town that he was very, very happy in. He always wore his Stetson. And there was not too much in town, but there was a drugstore where he would always get his paper. And they would save it for him. He was very into the New York Times. But I think only Rusty at the Copic Pharmacy actually knew what he accomplished. Everybody else just thought he was an old man that misbuttoned his shirt, wore a dickie, and had a Stetson on all the time.
Wow. Alright, so can you explain to me in the Awesome Sauce family the whole concept behind sugar and garlic?
Sugar was my mom, which explains me, which this is audio, so you can't see, but I am the result of what happens when you're raised by a cartoon. And Spike is my Uncle Lanny. So, he was very, very big on writing and drawing what you know, which is a very smart thing to do. That's how Scribbly, his first comic came about. And when my mom, Marilee, who was Sugar, and Lanny, who was Spike, came along, he drew kids, because that's what was around him and that's what he knew.
Wow.
And it's one of my favorite comics as well. My understanding is it also was the inspiration behind Rugrats.
Ah, interesting.
When I was 17, it had was being drawn for a long time. I moved back with him when I was in the late 80s. Oh, the food's here.
We are going to take a quick break so Chellie can eat, and then we will be back. Testify!
Yep, and that was taken at the Statler Grill. It's in the lobby of the Hotel Pennsylvania, 401 7th Avenue, right across the street from Madison Square Garden. The world's most famous arena, baby! Yeah, bitches! Where's Woody Woodpecker? What do you need him? Woody Woodpecker, I choose you, boy! I'm here, Woody Woodpecker. Where'd I go, Woody? That's odd. I had Woody over here. Someone take my Woody down? That's odd. Smells so much. Oh, I think it was just moved. Well, I guess I pushed them over here. Okay. Testify! And of course I'm rocking the Scores, huh? Scores is the official gentleman's club of the Awesome Sauce Comics podcast. Located on West 28th Street between 10th and 11th Avenues. And I think we might give them a call in a little while. Just to check some things. You know, I got some stuff to set up. You know, but I'm hoping to really make it, whether I take Greyhound or Babita or some other form of bus from Port Authority up to the Mohegan Sun. This way I can talk to Cameron Carnanova, if that's how I'm pronouncing her name right. She plays Selena Kyle on Gotham. Get a picture. Get something autographed. You know, but tonight I'm gonna record this, catch up on some comics, watch some Family Guy maybe, having a low-key night, just chilling. You know, still recovering from Boston a little bit. You Jimbo. What the fuck was up with air conditioning at the Seaport World Trade Center up in Boston? It was hotter than a fucking sweatbox in that thing all weekend, yo. I mean, these are the 5 bad points of Boston Comic Con. And when your comic pimp may never, and the pimp means ever, go back to Boston Comic Con. There are a lot of good points. I got to meet Frank Miller and get some stuff signed. I got to meet Daniel Panabaker and get some stuff signed. They saw the digital recorder and they weren't allowing to do any autographs. Any interviews. Unfortunately, one of my best friends and a great friend of the podcast, Miss Silva Rydia, got sick that Friday, so a lot of the bigger names that I wanted to get, I wasn't able to get. I got to hang out with TJ Money and Eric for a little bit. I had this killer burger at a restaurant that was right across the Seaport Hotel with this really, really cute girl, waitress, who I would have ordered her and the burger I ate. Would have ate her with the burger. But that's how I roll! But my number one complaint about the Boston Comic Con last weekend is, where the fuck was the air conditioning? It was hot. It was hot. But that was this weekend. Mohican Sun is going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. I had a great time there last year. I'm hoping to see Sam Jones again. Danny Slott. Neil Adams is there. The greatest filmmaker of all motherfucking time, Kevin Smith. It's this Friday from 2 to 8. Tomorrow from 10:30 to 7:30. And I think it's 10 to 5 on Sunday. Brian Paulson is doing comedy up to tomorrow night. Evening with Kevin Smith tomorrow at the Golden Cabaret. There's got to be a strip club in that place somewhere, I think. So, good times happen on. I'm hoping to be there by tomorrow morning. I promise I will no longer say anything bad about the Boston Comic Con. I know that Fan Expo just bought them out. And that reminds me, I have to actually buy some Batman Adventure 12 holofoils after this. The Canadian Fan Expo Batman Adventures 12 holofoil is, they sold out of 3 allotments. I think the last allotment's still up. I don't know. But, I'm going to play the second part to the Chellie interview. And then I'm going to read some Cat in the Hat in Braille. And then I'll go grab that landline and we'll make a phone call to Squaws.
This is Adam, and we're back at Statler Grill at West 33rd and 7th Avenue in New York, for the city of the middle. Of course, I'm Blood Adam. I'm still here with Sheldon Mayor.
Hi!
And,
Chellie with a C.
yep.
There's a story behind that.
Yeah, what's that?
Well, I was named after my grandfather Sheldon, which is a big no-no. When you're Jewish, you're not supposed to name after the living. It's a sign that you want them to pass. So, I was named Michelle to be called Chellie, and he got upset about it, so they called me Missy. And as soon as I was old enough to have an opinion, I had to kibosh Missy. I wasn't having that. So, because whenever you got in trouble, people would say, "Come here, Missy." Like, who wants that to be their name, really?
Yeah, true that.
It's not a thing anymore, but it was then, and I wasn't happy about it. So we sat down when I came back to live with him as a teenager, and discussed it, and we decided I would spell it Chellie, and he would call me Mike, and that's what we did. He only called me Chellie one time in his entire life, and that was the night he passed.
How did Sheldon? How did you get Superman published?
It had been rejected and rejected and rejected and rejected, and he thought it was fantastic. He absolutely loved it. So he was preaching it to high heaven, and it had been rejected a bunch, and nobody was really buying the concept. So he brought it home. He was living with my grandma Jenny, his mom, and Grandpa Leo, his stepdad, and my uncle Monty, his little brother, my great uncle Monty. For those that are familiar with the comic book Scribbly, Monty was Dinky, the little brother in Why Big Brothers Leave Home from Scribbly. So he brought Jerry and Joe over to the house for dinner with the artwork and story, and showed Monty, and he loved it. He was 10 at the time and thought it was absolutely fantastic. So Chellie was like, "See?" And he took it back to Max and he pushed it, but they were keeping their presses rolling constantly at the time, and they had what they wanted to use, so they took it to Harry Donenfeld at their sister company, and Donenfeld was a bit concerned about that people would buy it. They looked at the cover with him holding up the car and wasn't entirely sure about it, but ran with it, and the rest is history.
It's probably the most iconic cover in any periodical of history.
Yes. I'm actually rereading the classics now. I have a digest that was put out in the 80s something, and I've been rereading them lately. It's really, the artwork is interesting because it's so unbelievably different from the artwork now. Because of the digital, back then when they did it, it was plates, so you had to be careful what colors you could use because the plates couldn't cross, and the printing was, more simple, and they were doing a really lot. The guys would sit in a room and have to pump out a really lot in a day. So with all those factors, the panels looked much, much different than they do today. Now it seems like people think because they have 500 colors, they have to put them all on one page. I don't think that's true. But it's a little bit fun to go back from the older comics to read the classics because they're very color blocks. And the lines are very simple.
And the story and the dialogue is more simplistic. I don't mean that as far as content. I mean, like have to follow an entire company line to understand a golden age Superman story.
Because it was meant to be identifiable for everybody, and the key to it, which in the early 70s I think it was, they had, maybe it was the late 60s, early 70s, they had done away a bit with Clark Kent, and it humbled some. And the key to its success really was the alter ego, the back and forth.
See, the thing I've always loved about Superman was he's the most powerful man on earth. And yet that's all he wanted to say was a normal life. He needs Clark Kent to be one of us when he really doesn't have to be.
Well, have to be is a relative term. I think for his persona and psychological survival as a person, he did have to be.
Yeah.
Because he wanted the personal relationships and the juxtaposition. To be just a superhero, you would lack the interaction that you have as a person, right? So the balance is fantastic. It's like having the country and the city. You really need both.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, definitely. So, what was Sheldon's, involvement in the creation of DC Comics, as it was known back in the 30s?
Well, it wasn't really. There was Detective Comics
Yeah.
and Action. I get that messed up a little bit, but there were 2 separate offices. Max ran one, Max Gaines, and my grandfather was co-editor there. And then the sister office was run by Donna Films. So it was different than it is today.
Wow, so it was 2 separate offices back in the day.
Yes.
Awesome.
If my memory serves me correctly, one was on Lexington and the other was on Spring, I think. I'm not positive. Lafayette? I know. Maybe Lafayette. I don't remember. But there were 2 separate offices, and they really liked it that way at the time. I think it worked. Max, while being an absolute brilliant man, wasn't the easiest to work with, I don't think. Although, unless you were really, really serious and passionate, neither was my grandfather. They were a bit no-nonsense about, they wanted passion.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that my grandfather referred to in regards to his shaping of Superman was Scarlet Pimpernel. I'm sure I'm saying that
I
wrong.
think it sounds like Pimpernel, maybe?
The alter ego that he had was one of the things that he kept referring to when trying to maintain the alter ego of Superman in the later years. It kept getting put to the side. It really was a necessary aspect of it. And then later on, when he was out of the city, he focused on drawing Sugar and Spike. He really didn't like being an editor, although he was very, very good at it and considered one of the best in that industry. He really wanted to be a cartoonist more than he wanted to edit.
Yeah. So, did Sheldon have any involvement with Batman?
He did. Bill Finger was a friend of his.
Yeah, Bill. The unsung hero of the Batman world. Up to recently.
I don't know. I was rereading the 70s, 75 book on my grandfather World of DC Comics, number 5, that features Sheldon Mayor, and Bill Finger was mentioned there as well. Bill Kane did take credit for things he didn't do, but it was known even in the 70s that Bill Finger had been a heavy hand in making that happen.
I think it was always known within our world, but I think sometimes in the general public, the name was associated with Batman is Bob Kane.
Oh. Again, I don't know. I don't have very many friends in the general public because I'm a hermit. But that's not true. I go to the park. He put Erwin Hazen and Bill Finger together to do Wildcat. Because Erwin Hazen,
One of my favorite characters of all time.
Erwin Hazen had been doing the fighters for drawing all the old school fighters, and Batman had been such a hit that Chellies wanted to combine the 2 concepts of a Batman type character, but with a boxer and that's how Wildcat was born. And he felt that Bill Finger and Erwin Hazen would be the best pair to make that happen. And he was right.
That was amazing.
Pardon?
I said that is amazing.
All those guys were.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot right now. It's one thing to read it in books and articles on the internet, and reading from fancies and whatnot. It's another thing to have this kind of experience and really get to hear it from someone who lived with.
Well, you were friends with Erwin as well, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. I literally have a dog, and she'll be very happy. Sorry. That was my hamburger going home to my dog.
Good. Now, is that for Betsy or is that for
Bessie and Sadie.
Betsy and Sadie? I'll get there.
I shoe Jack Russell mixes. One's mixed with Shih Tzu, so she gets to be Jack Shit.
I have a full red Jack. And they're like the greatest dogs in the world.
Like the Red Dragon and Bone, but a dog.
Yeah, full dog. I love Jack Russells.
They're smart little buggers.
Yeah.
Should we take it on the road?
Yeah, I guess I should just get a bill.
Yep, and then we paid then we put the money in their hand because we only owed them owed. Testify! And then we went to Midtown Comix, 200 West 40th in 7th or 8th, some shit like that. It was good times. Yep, I got a pretzel yesterday. I love this. I love street pretzels. But before we get to the next part of the Chellie Mayor interview, this is The Cat in the Hat by some clown named Dr. Seuss. It's in Braille. Me. And I'm having problems with this cat in the hat. He's really angering me. I said the cat looked at this kid. That's good. Look at me. Hang on. I said the cat cat in the hat. Up and I came. This cat came? You sick fuck! I don't know, this Dr. Seuss is a sick demented person who's talking about cats and killing fish and corrupting little. What the heck? What's wrong with this cat in the hat? On the two of my hop. Wait, that makes no sense. I can hold up. Oh, the cat's gonna hold something up now. This could be bad. This could be bad. Why do these kids let this cat in the hat in their damn house? You're not supposed to let strangers in the fucking house, you little brats! Get off my yard! Damn cat in the hat! And books. This cat in the hat's making a mess. I can hold up the I can hold up the fish. You're not supposed to take fish out of the fish bowl, you stupid cat in the hat! Why? Why you gotta do this, man? Alright, the cat in the hat, Dr. Seuss is advocating killing fish. What the fuck? And a... No. 2. Sure. I don't know. He's gonna kill these fish. What's wrong with this cat in the hat? Milk. Oh, come on. Leave the milk alone, cat in the hat. Dish. Alright, I guess milk in a dish isn't all that bad. And look, I can hop up and down on the ball. Oh, whoop-de-doo, cat in the hat. What do you think? You're fucking special? But that is out all. You know what? And that is reading Cat in the Hat in the Braille. If I was a little over the top, well, I don't like the message that this book is given, that it's okay to let strangers in your house. This is like, you know, the equivalent of like teenage kids, like buying beer and getting drunk, and then, you know, they say, okay, we're only gonna have 5 friends. And like the cat in the hat is like the 6th friend who's like a friend of a friend who just comes over, and he starts like drinking all your beer and going after all you girly girls. And next thing you know, the house is trashed, and there's like a big mess, and there's fucking broken furniture, and it's going yeehaw, yeehaw, and it's stopping, and it's a popping. Don't do that, because you can put your foot through the, because that can make damage to the house, and then we gotta pay for the house, and we lose our security deposit on the studio space, and that won't be good. I mean, but that's the whole thing, man. Don't get lured in by the cat in the hat who does tricks with fish and dishes of milk. Dr. Seuss with his rhymes. If he started out in the 1980s, it would have been Dr. Seuss, the mad MC in the place to be. I got the cat in the hat. Dr. Seuss said I got a cat. I got a cat in the hat. Gotta learn how to use motherfucking auto rap. I can hold up a book. I can hold up a fish. I can also hold up milk in a dish. I'm gonna get along with little Sally Lou. Hoo hoo. Hoo hoo. Ah! Dr. fucking Seuss in the house! Testify! Awesome sauce! I've lost it. Today's episode of the Awesome Sauce Comics podcast is being brought to you by the greatest gentleman's club in all of New York City. Scores Gentlemen's Club, located on West 28th Street, between 10th and 11th Avenues. It's also being brought to you by the Statler Grill, which is in the lobby of the Hotel Pennsylvania, right across from the world's most famous arena, 401 7th Avenue, in the lobby of the Hotel Pennsylvania. Awesome food. A little overpriced. Not, I want to bitch slap a waiter for being a little uppity up. Uppity up. Uppity up. But outside of that, decent food. Good food. Good drink. By God, let's eat. Ah, crap. I fucked up a classic Simpsons bit. My bad.
Alright, this is Adam and Chellie Bear. We are hanging out at Midtown Comics on West 40th and 7th. And she is telling me her issues with convergent crisis in time, which I'm finding fascinating.
Well, yeah, because they turned Sugar and Spike into teenage detectives. Dan DiDio's description is that they're not spoiled brats anymore. I was pretty sure Sugar and Spike weren't spoiled brats to begin with.
No, they didn't. The way you described them to me, they didn't sound like spoiled brats. They sounded like sweet, mischievous little kids.
Well, that was DiDio's take. As talented as he is, I have to disagree with him on that particular issue.
As cool as Danny is, he's got some weird views sometimes.
Well, so do I. This time our weirdness does not match up. There's Convergence Crisis Book 1.
Yeah, like Convergence was just a convoluted mess of a freaking story.
I thought Convergence was the idea of them moving to LA, so they started everything from number 1.
Yeah, and then they decided like almost a year later to do Rebirth instead. Like I said, continuity is a really freaky thing.
Comics on Trial, the Kirby Estate versus Disney and Marvel.
Ooh, they actually made a book of that.
Yeah, I'm holding it.
Yep, and then Chellie Mayor, the awesome, amazing, fabulous, talented, great friend to both Blind Adam and the Awesome Sauce Comics podcast. Read me a couple pages from the Kirby, written by Mark Advenutres. I think I'm going to try to get on the show. This way I can get a Jack Kirby history lesson from someone who actually knows him well. I'd love to get an interview with Jillian Kirby. I would love to see if I can have Heroes Initiative help me set that up. Heroes Initiative is such a great organization giving back to creators who've fallen on hard times. But I had such a great time with Chellie at Midtown Comics. I bought bags and boards as I'm getting ready for a convention in Clifton, New Jersey on September 11th. Also, if I can figure out who to contact, I may get some space up at the Baltimore Comic Con. Like I said, I'm restructuring some things here in the world of the Awesome Sauce Comics arena and the Awesome Sauce Comics studios. And putting together a team of seeing eye dogs. Gonna get girly girls. We're gonna cookie car. But let's give Scores a call real quick.
Pulibhesed.
On holes.
Thank you for listening in Manhattan.
Yes, Scores Gentlemen's Club.
How do you spell the first word?
Cores.
Spore, S-C.
Ores. It's on West 28th Street between 10th and 11th Avenue, if that helps.
I'm sorry, I only understand you said C-O-R-E-S.
Yep. You want me to spell the whole thing?
Okay, go ahead.
Cores Gentlemen's Club.
Okay, the first word is just C as in Charlie, O-R-E. Horse gentleman. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Under horse gentleman, we don't show a number listed on 28th in Manhattan.
Okay, thank you. Ha! Do you have to be a fucking moron to work for 411? Clown shoes? See, this is the scores at Scores. What the heck, man? Alright.
Button. Watch later.
We are going to go.
Dialogue. Type the enter www.gogofmdna. The Miracle Theme. YouTube. Internet Explorer. Link. GM. Search left.
Phone.
CAONUNBE space ATFORE space GENTLEMESL ISNYC. Phone number for Scores. Button collapse.
See if this helps us out.
Name area code 212-868-49. Link 868 dash 800 out of link out of head EFULTF out of 860 space right parent 212.
Yay! I think I sound a little. 2
1 2 right parent space 868
868
dash 4900.
Scores New York.
Yes. Can you please tell me what your exact address is, please?
536 West 28th Street
53628. Alright, what time do you guys open?
at 8 p.m.
8?
Mm-hmm.
See, I have one other question. Are you guys handicap accessible?
Excuse me?
Are you guys handicap accessible?
Yeah.
Alright, beautiful. Coming with a party, and a couple of us are, have physical disabilities.
Okay.
Alright, cool. You guys wouldn't have a problem with someone who's visually impaired coming in?
Excuse me?
Is it alright if someone who is somewhat sight impaired, came in?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, cool. And if we were to tip one of the bouncers, can someone at our party talk to the DJ for a couple minutes?
If what?
Basically, someone in our party who's disabled wants to become a strip club DJ. And we want to know if we tip one of the bouncers, if he could talk to the DJ for about 5 minutes while we're there.
I don't know, you would have to, talk to the manager when you guys come.
Alright, that's fair enough. We're just trying to help a friend of ours out, because he's driving us nuts practicing.
Problem?
Alright, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Alright.
For your day.
Yep. Alright. 546 West 28th Street between 10th and 11th Avenues. We're gonna take a field trip. We're gonna bring Chellie. Yeah, we're gonna get a field trip going. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Scores. You know, We'll even get one of the Spores girls, get a Harley Quinn costume. We'll get another good friend who I met at the Vulgar premiere, which you can see at a movie theater next Tuesday, August 30th, if you go to Phantom Events. And we are going to take our first field trip to schools, because that's what we want to do. Back to the Chellie files.
So, how did the Green Lantern come about?
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
No problem. I was going to warn you.
I should know this, actually, and I kind of do, but it was later. I know that he changed. My grandfather's the one that changed it to Alan Scott. I don't remember what it was. The first name was originally. The last name was going to be. I did know it, but I'm spacing it at the moment. But he decided it wasn't going to work out, so he put Alan Scott on. That was later. They were wanting new titles, and the superhero thing really took off in a direction that they just didn't expect, which accounted for comics becoming what they were. Because before that, when he first started with Max in the 30s, they were taking old strips and they would paste them together.
Yeah, basically the VHS tape of its day.
Right, yeah. They would cut up the old strips and they would put them in a book and put them into comic book form. One of the things that he didn't like about Max, that it took him a while to break him of, is that Xerox mimeograph is what they called it at the time. Copies were kind of cost intensive, so when a piece came in that he wanted to change, he would take scissors to the artist's original work to cut it up and change the way he wanted the strip to lay on the page. He would just cut up the artist's work, whereas now we would just take Photoshop.
You just a little Photoshop here, a little multi-publisher there. Drag along with it with good. Wow.
Although I do have the section of my grandfather's. I have my grandfather's book with me, and they mention Green Lantern in it. I can read that. Have you seen this?
Oh, well, I've not seen one of those in a long time.
So. Are you recording? In 1940, Green Lantern took over the lead spot in All-American Comics, the flagship of the Gaines line. Artist Martin Odell had brought a sketch of the new character to Mayor with writer Bill Finger, co-creator of Batman. Chellie fleshed out the concept for the power-ringed crusader, recalling the legend of Aladdin and his magic lamp. Finger suggested JL's alter ego be named Alan Ladd. That's ridiculous, proclaimed Chellie. Who would believe that? The name was changed to Alan Scott, and only a few years before the name Alan Ladd began appearing on movie marquees throughout the world. Nodell's drawing was very crude. His idea for the Green Lantern appealed to us as a possibility, but I didn't want to take it, Chellie said. I didn't feel that Nodell was the right man to draw the feature, and I knew he couldn't write it. I preferred to invent titles and characters myself and assign them to people who were more ready than Nodell was at the time. Gaines liked the character, though, so we decided to give it a try. It was always a lot easier going if Max went along with it. Nodell made an intense effort to improve his drawing. I'm reading like a second grader. Oh my goodness.
That's fine.
I never saw a guy
I'll send you a recording of me reading Braille, and you'll be like, okay, he reads the same way.
And no one's gonna hit replay when you do that. I never saw a guy try harder. Crude as his efforts seem now, he managed to get the story across, and the feature thrived. So that would be the history of the Flash.
What's the Green Lantern?
Cool.
In the early years, very few of the people who got into comic books aimed at it like they do today. The only artists who were available to us were former pulp illustrators, young guys who wanted to be newspaper cartoonists. While the illustrators were technically much better, the story was secondary to them. They thought of a comic book as a gallery for their pictures. That's what I think. I had much better luck with the would-be cartoonists. While they were often very crude in their drawing techniques, they would give you faces with some degree of animation to them, and they had some rudiments of storytelling. I like the story of Gardner Fox. He was a former loyal but too gentle a guy to be a successful one. As he tells it, his career ended when in the middle of a court case, he saw the other guy's side and said so out loud, admitting that his client was wrong. So he came to work for us.
That's interesting. That's a tidbit about Gardner I did not know. Oops. Yeah. I just had such a blast with Chellie yesterday. Yeah, I'm in a really, really good mood. We're going to cross the bridge soon, setting up shop. Sort of escort service for all the right reasons. Is there 4 Seasons in New York? It's gotta be. Let's see if we can... Let's see if there's a 4 Seasons in New York.
Welcome to Optimum Voice Directory Assistant. For what city and state?
Manhattan, New York.
One moment, please. An agent will assist you. Thank you. What name would it give?
The 4 Seasons.
Thank you. 4 Seasons is what kind of business?
It's a hotel.
Thank you. One moment. I have your toll-free and local.
Can you give me the address?
Yes, so I have one on East 57th Street and the one on 3rd Avenue.
Give me the one at 52nd.
57. Hold the number.
Okay.
The number is 212-758-5700.
So we got it. There are 4 Seasons in New York. So maybe we can't do what Kid Rock says in Cowboy. Yeah, buddy. Awesome sauce. I was gonna say I'm really I'm gonna play the trailer in a minute. Really excited to go see Sausage Party.
Open dialogue. Type in www.sauage.com. Phone number for scores. Gentlemen's Club in New York City. Google search Internet Explorer. Heading. Link. Search edit.
You know.
Blank.
I'm gonna just say this to all my visually impaired brothers and sisters. To anyone in the Awesome Sauce family, new or old. And I thank everyone for supporting me, for encouraging me, and for helping me keep the lights on each and every day. I cannot do this without you. If you have a dream, if you have a goal, if you have something you want to do, life is not a dress rehearsal. You never know when we're gonna have the last curtain call of life. You never know what's gonna happen. So if you have a dream, go live it. If you have a goal, go achieve it. If you have something you want to do, go do it. Don't try. Don't collect $200. Don't pass go. Just go do what you drink a Mountain Dew. Wish I had some Mountain Dew. Especially the Code Red. This stuff's awesome. Can't help it. I'm a soda jerk. Soda jerkin', circle jerk. I'm soda circle jerkin', circle jerkin'. I'm soda jerkin'. I'm joking. Cause we're backing off, we're jacking off. Oh. writing comics in a couple days, so I really have nothing to review. But I am really super looking forward to Sauce's Party, Flash Season 3.
Search
So we're gonna
FAGE space PARTY space REVANEVTRAILER.
So we're gonna give you some.
Party Red Band trailer.
We're gonna play the Red Band trailer.
Blank. Main Sausage Party official restricted trailer number 2 HD link heading level. Out of the continent.
Hey, good looking. What you got cooking?
Look at these big old birds waiting to get filled with my meat.
Yeah, right, Carl.
Who in this package would ever let Carl get up in them, huh? Roberta, put your fucking hand down. You're ruining my joke. Ketchup, mustard, oh, sausages and buns. We can choose it together.
It's because we belong together. I know it's against the rules, but just the tips. Prepare yourself, little sausage. You're about to learn the terrible truth.
About cooking something.
It's beautiful, man. It's just beautiful.
As soon as you're out those doors,
Oh, Jesus, fuck!
the gods kill our asses.
You fucking whore! Me eyes! They burn!
Holy shit! Holy shit!
That doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that? Because it makes them stronger. Hunger's insatiable, buddy. I mean, fuck. How do you know all this? We the non-perishables, motherfucker.
We the non-perishables, motherfucker!
Fuck you, weenies.
What if the gods are doing this to us because we touched tips? It wasn't even that. I mean, it was fine. It's not like anyone writes home and says, oh, God, I had the best tip.
Together, we can fight these monsters and take control of our own lives. Come on, join the fight! Make it rain.
Gary, just throw this fucking toothpick at me, man.
We need to make him see us.
I have a plan.
Here goes everything! Hello?
You're all alive and looking at me with your little shoes and your arms and your legs.
Look at me! I ain't got no legs! You ate my goddamn legs!
What did he do to you?
You don't want to fucking know.
Holy crap! Damn! Like, you know, that looks awesome. Suicide Squad was amazing. Batman the Killing Joke is amazing. Yoga Hosers was amazing. But I definitely want to go see this. I think I'm going to go kidnap my brother Matt, get a soda, and just have a fucking blast. You know, don't know if I'm going to be able to do it this weekend because I'm hoping to get the Mohican Sun for Chirithicon, www.chirithicon.com. As I really want to interview Cameron, who plays Selena, Cameron Kanivic, who plays Selena Kyle in Gotham. I want to catch up with Sam Jones because I want to book him for a meet and greet in New York. And there's a couple things I really want to do. I even want to catch up with Billy Tucci and grab a couple of the exclusive Suicide Squad with the Harley Quinn cover Terrificon variants. You know, there's a Betty and Veronica Terrificon variant I wouldn't mind snagging a copy or two of to put up in the Awesome Sauce store. We got good comics in all the holes. And we got pretzel. Yeah, New York City pretzels can't be beat. There's also, if you go past, thinking maybe on 39th and 7th, you go to Midtown Comics, you go a little to the left. You go up 39th, I think, And there is the most amazing edibles you'll ever find. There's lollipops, there's cookies. You know, it's called the weed truck. Just go there, get a cookie, get a lollipop. It was fucking amazing. Yeah, buddy. I thought I was back in Cali for a little bit. Going back to Cali. I'm gonna be going to LA for a week or two. Sometime, don't know. I really think I just need to go up to Connecticut and then take a week off a week off from everything, except for doing daily Super BS editions, and hopefully get some interviews and whatnot, and just to restructure everything I need to restructure, and get back to giving 110% to the Awesome Sauce family. Is that would be Awesome Sauce? We got one more bit from my adventure in New York with Chellie.
Thank you for playing nice, Mr. Snippet Recorder. So what was Bill Gaines' office like?
Bill Gaines' office looked like his brain blew up. Seriously, it made me realize I wasn't doing things wrong. It was a disaster zone, but he knew where everything was. You could ask him for anything and he would turn around and pick it up. But there were piles everywhere. And it went with his appearance. I was there in the 80s and his shirt was misbuttoned and his hair was all over the place, pinned back with a little clear comb, you know, the kind girls use in their hair. And he was just awesome. And he was in a wheelchair for long walking when we walked around the city. Annie would push him in the chair, his wife. And it was an amazing experience to be in that office. And then when you went into the cafeteria area where the tables were, where everybody ate, there were full-size video games, like of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and all these things that didn't need quarters.
That's awesome.
When you were stuck for an idea, you could just go in and play video games. Because one thing that he was really good at was creating a comfortable environment for artists to create.
That's awesome.
As Papa, aka Chellie, described it, he took the antithesis of Max's approach. His dad, Max, was an extremely intense man, and when my grandfather took over a lot of the editing responsibilities and he'd be on the phone, Max would say, "Hey, stop being nice to them. You're not going to get anywhere that way. You got to yell at them."
So do you think Max probably identified with Perry White?
Okay, I'm gotta be embarrassed now. Who?
Perry White, the editor of the Daily Planet, Superman.
Oh.
You identified with him in that regards?
Well, Max came first.
I know that.
So Perry White might have been modeled after him.
See, that's what I was trying to figure out.
Maybe. I never asked.
That tough as nails newspaper editor sounds like Max.
I'm thinking that probably was modeled after Max, but I never asked. My grandfather broke Bill's nose once. They were in the office, and
when you say Bill Finger?
Bill Gaines.
Bill, really?
Yeah. They were in the office, and Bill was a teenager. There were like 9 years, I think, between my grandfather and Bill, if I remember correctly. And you know, he was a character. He wasn't so super excited about being in the office and working. And Chellie is working away at the desk, and Bill comes up at the other side of the table with this crazy hair that he has. And so my grandfather took his T-square and swung it forward and nailed him right in the nose. Blood just went everywhere. Max comes in the office and is like, "Son of a bitch, and I gotta sleep on the couch because I am not gonna go home and explain this to my wife." Bill and Chellie were the best of friends until the end.
Oh, that's awesome.
Bill came up to visit him in the hospital. He was an extremely awesome man.
That's great. And, you know, like I said, there was a time period from like 1982 to about 1987. My life evolved around Mad Magazine.
Mine too. Mine too. Do you know, when I finally met Sergio Aragonis, I think it's one of the only times in my life I've been starstruck. One of the very few times. And he proclaimed that it was nice to meet me, which was awesome. but I was kind of drooling on myself because all those books, I was living in Idaho at the time with my parents because we had moved, and they just gave me permission to be weird. The snappy answers to stupid questions I read until it fell apart.
Nice. There's one Mad magazine if I ever see it in a show. I don't care how much it costs. I will just open up my wallet and gladly pay for it. It's a Mad magazine with Mickey Mouse phone on it. From like the early 80s. I read the thing until the thing fell apart, and then gave it to my friend Katie, who I was telling you about earlier, and I think it got lost on one of her hospital trips, which is always good. It made her happy. And at that point, that's all I cared about was her happiness.
That's awesome. That's what friends do.
Yeah, I mean, I would have never really seriously gotten the comics if it wasn't for her being, I don't want you to feel sorry for yourself. There's a blind superhero. And she threw a Frank Miller Daredevil comic in front of me. And that just got me super hooked.
Now we have to do the stripper comic.
The what?
The exotic dancer superhero.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna, get back to the drawing board, as it were. I've been
drawing. You can write.
I didn't mean it literally. I mean, I call everything when I'm planning things out a drawing board.
I was going for humor. Just laugh, okay? That was creepy.
I have many weird what you expect from a fan of supervillains and miracles. I read Superman and Batman for the villains as a kid. I always wanted to be Lex Luthor.
I see.
I always wanted to be Lex. I always wanted to be the Penguin. I always wanted to be the Riddler. I never wanted to be the hero.
Did you ever see the comic Angel Love? It was by Barbara Slate. It ran for 9 issues.
No, I have not.
It was my favorite comic, and it was in 84, 85, I think, somewhere around there. And it came in the box of all the superhero comics, and it was the one I liked the best. It was one of the only fights my grandfather and I got into. It had been canceled because DC didn't think it was doing well, and it wasn't competing well with, the superhero market. And I liked it a lot. I read mine till they fell apart. So I went to him and I explained to him that I liked it, so they should keep printing it. And that was his reaction, and I put my hands on my hips in true 18-year-old indignant form, explaining to him that it didn't make much sense what he managed to accomplish if he wasn't able to print a comic that his granddaughter liked. And that there was a reader, I liked it, and he should call DC and explain so they would understand, and then I would still get to read it. This was around issue 6 when the word had dropped, and then it went for 3 more issues. So my indignance didn't really pan out. But I showed with her years later, and I got to tell her that story, which she also found amusing.
Nice.
I was pretty pissed off about it. I thought that if he had that much power and I liked it, they should print it just for me. That's 18-year-old logic.
Yep, that sounds about right.
I was serious about it, too. I actually really believe that they should. Yeah. And he patted me on the head and went over to his studio. He called me Mike. He said, "That's nice, Mike." And he went over to the studio.
That's awesome.
I think that ended our interview for the night. I will be doing more history, the secret origin history of DC Comics, as well as doing regular features with Chellie from here at the end of eternity. Hey, it's actually the awesome talk, everybody! Here, pal! What you doing for a Scooby snack? What dog doesn't like Scooby?
Sauage Party Red Band Trailer YouTube HTTPS.
Yeah, whatever. Ashy poo! Ashy poo! What's at the end? I'm not sure.
Thank you for a very nice
Christmas with stupid 4-digit numbers.
Thank you, Reagan. You taught me how to read Braille 4-digit numbers. It's a 4-digit number. What time we got?
6:46 p.m.
It's a 4-digit number. You know, but I'm gonna go figure out how I'm getting up to Connecticut, if I'm getting up there at all. www.truthecon.com. For all your lap dance batch reporting needs, you can always go to 536 West 28th Street between 10th and 11th Avenue. www.scoresny.com. Tell them Blind Adam sent you. I know I'm going there soon. And I am going to wreck Management World. I love you all. I thank you all. You are an awesome sauce family. Thank you for helping my dreams come true. If you ever need me to help you make your dreams come true, 201-675-2104. comicpimp@gmail.com. Keep one foot in the gutter, one fist in the goal. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. Blind Adam out.
Viewfinder. Take picture. Stop recording video. Button.